one of the biggest concerns for parents who have kids who ski is constantly getting new gear every year. Well, the folks at Roces have come up with a new solution, and we're talking with Pete Dahl about the new 6-in-1 ski boot system. Pete, tell me all about this.
The boot we're talking about, the 6-in-1, is called the Idea Ski Boot, which we think is a great idea. It adjusts 6 Mondo sizes, which is the equivalent of about 4 U.S. sizes. So this boot here, which is a child's boot, adjusts from a size 16 to a size 18.5, which in U.S. terms is a 9 junior to a 9 to 12.
So you can really get maybe 3, almost 4 years out of use of one pair of ski boots?
Well, we think you can get 2 or 3. 4 is putting it. Children grow, but the really nice feature about the boot is not only is it adjustable, and I'll show you all that in a minute, but it also is the great kind of boot that you hand down. One of the problems I think parents have, being a parent and having gone through this, is when I buy a pair of boots for one child and I take them to the next child, what happens is you tend to make that boot fit, and you make it fit poorly. And so here you have a boot that one child will use, and it'll stay in the family and be used again, and it can adjust so it's still the proper size and fit for that second child. So what we're trying to sell is not only a great ski boot, but value for families. So they can buy this, they can get more than a year out of it, they can get 2, maybe 3, and then they can use it for their second child.
That's fantastic. Now, it both adjusts lengthwise, but for ski boots, you know, as your child grows taller, their legs get longer, and you got to make sure that the height is adjustable as well.
So this boot is actually fully adjustable. The boot is adjustable not only in length, and I'll show you how that works, but the buckles are micro-adjustable buckles, and there are 3 cuff adjustments on the back, so that you can adjust on each of the boots the cuff to 3 different sizes. So as the child does grow, this boot can grow with the child. And there are 3 different models of this. There's this small one, which is the equivalent of the 9 to 12. We have a mid-range boot, and I'll show you. The mid-range boot right here, which goes from 19 to 22, or the equivalent of a 13 to 3, a U.S. 13 junior to 3. Let me show you how it adjusts, because this is quite easy but kind of interesting. With a tool that comes with every one of them, the mechanism pops out, and you can turn it by hand or you can turn it by the crank, and the whole cuff piece expands or contracts, and you just bring it back in, find the position you want, and lock it into place. And that's how it adjusts. So you bring it in, and the buckles again are micro adjustable. And the way this works, which is kind of fascinating, is the liner. We've had this mechanism, this adjustment mechanism, in our inline skates and our ice skates for years, so we know this works. The real trick was to try to find a way to make a ski boot liner that could adjust. Because in the inline industry, it's a summer sport, you can do different things, you don't have to worry about a foot staying warm. So what we did with this is this bellows system, which is a new technology. In its state right here, as you see the liner, this is the full extension of the boot. So when this is in the boot, it fits the full extension of the boot. And when you adjust it, you actually move it in. So you're never forcing the child's toes to move the liner out for the adjustment. The liner is always in the proper position for the size and length of the shell. And so their toes have movement, their toes stay warm, and that's one of the big features.
That's fantastic. Pete, are these going to be available in your standard ski shops, or do you have to...
We're expecting them to be. We brought, this is our first big introduction in the United States. We showed it briefly last year at the SIA show. This year we brought it out in a significant way at the SIA, the ski show, and here at Outdoor Retailer. So we're hoping we're going to have significant retailers pick up this line.
Have you had a good response? People really interested?
We had a great response. And we've had a great response from almost everybody that has seen this. Looks at it and says, what a great idea. And now we're in the process, the selling process, which is we've shown it and we try to go out and secure the orders so that we can bring in some significant quantities. We're really excited. We're really excited.
Fantastic.
Because it's a great product. And in Europe, they've sold a lot of these. So they're just waiting for us to kind of follow up on it.
All right, time for the Americans to catch up. All right, Pete, thanks so much for taking the time and showing us the new Idea boot.
Well, thanks for coming out, and hopefully your listeners will see this, or your viewers will see this, and ask their retailer to carry that.
Absolutely. We'll be back with a whole lot more from Outdoor Retailer. Don't go away.